111 at a time. 111 at a time. Come on, everybody, gather round, black and white, young and old, we all on common ground. Leave your troubles at the door, let your spirit be free. This is where the family starts. 111 family, 111 at a time.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of 111 at a Time. I am your host, Ken Cartier. The subtitle of tonight's show is When the Hall of Justice Became the Legion of Doom. Family, when I was growing up, they taught us in school that Washington, D.C. was like the Hall of Justice. They told us it was a place where honorable men and women from both sides of the aisle came together with one main purpose: to serve the American people. They taught us that our government was designed with checks and balances so that no one person, no one group, and no one party could ever become too powerful or too corrupt. We were taught that the people we elected were supposed to be our protectors, that they were supposed to put the interest of the citizens above everything else, above their own personal gain, above their party, and above special interest. But as I got older, I started paying close attention to how things actually operate in this country. I began to see a different picture unfolding right before my eyes. I started noticing that many of the decisions being made in Washington did not line up with what we were taught. I saw massive amounts of money pouring into politics from corporations, billionaires, and special interest groups. I watched politicians from both sides make strong promises to the American people during election season, only to turn around and do the complete opposite once they got into office. I saw them fighting each other constantly, not over who had the best ideas to help the people, but over power, control, and who could stay in office the longest. Over the years, a lot of us have started asking ourselves a painful question. When did the system we trusted begin to feel like it was no longer working for the people, but instead working against them? These are not easy questions, but they are questions we need to ask if we're going to be honest with ourselves. That's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight, calmly, honestly, and with open eyes, with none other than Rafe Calder. Here's his song called The Pact We Made to get us in the right mood.
We made a pact. We made a pact. Yeah. We made a pact. They told us back then that this was our house, that the people in power would speak for the crowd. They said they would serve us, protect and provide, that the laws they would make would be on our side. We gave them our trust and we gave them our vote. We thought they would carry the weight that we spoke, but somewhere along the way the lines got blurred. The voices we heard started sounding like theirs. We made a pact, but they changed the rules. We gave them power, they played us for fools. We asked for justice, they gave us delay. We asked for freedom, they took it away. We made a pact, yeah. We made a pact, but they turned their backs on the deal we had. They smile on the screen like they still on our team, but behind closed doors it's a whole different scene. The money talks louder than voters can scream, and the ones at the bottom stay stuck in the dream. They fight on the floor like it's all for the show, while the people who built this got nothing to show. We kept believing the stories they told, but the truth started showing as we got old. We made a pact, but they changed the rules. We gave them power, they played us for fools. We asked for justice, they gave us delay. We asked for freedom, they took it away. We made a pact, yeah, we made a pact, but they turned their backs on the deal we had. I ain't saying we perfect, we made our mistakes, but we gave them the keys and they sealed our fate. Now the house that we built is starting to shake, and the ones in control won't give us a break. We made a pact, but they changed the rules. We gave them power, they played us for fools. We asked for justice, they gave us delay. We asked for freedom, they took it away. We made a pact, and we still believe that one day the people will make them see. We made a pact.
That was Rafe Calder with The Pact We Made. Rafe is coming from a place of deep reflection. He's a man who still remembers what we were taught the government was supposed to stand for. He's asking us to look at the original pact between the American people and those we send to Washington to represent us. Let's talk straight. For a long time, most Americans believed that public service was exactly that, service. That men and women were elected and would go to Washington to fight for us, not for themselves. But somewhere along the way, something changed. Public service slowly transformed into a very profitable and powerful career. We've watched politicians on both sides of the aisle become millionaires while holding public office. We've seen them pass laws that protect large corporations and wealthy donors, while regular working families continue to struggle with the cost of health care, housing, education, and daily living expenses. We've seen them create and maintain division among the people, because a divided nation is much easier to control than a united one. We've watched them argue and fight with each other, not over solutions that would actually help the American people, but over who gets to hold on to power. The constant fighting, the broken promises, and the overwhelming influence of big money has caused millions of Americans to completely lose trust in the system that was supposed to protect them. Next up is Myra Quill with They Don't Speak for Me.
They don't speak for me. They stand on the stage with their suits and their smiles, talking like they know what it's like to struggle for miles. They say they feel our pain, they say they understand, but they never had to choose between rent and putting food in their hand. They talk about family like it's just a word on a page, while we're out here fighting just to keep ours safe. They say they represent us, they say they got our back, but every time I listen it just sounds like an act. They don't speak for me. They don't know how I feel. They don't speak for me. They don't know what argue on TV like it's all just a game, while we're out here carrying the weight of their blame. They pass new laws that make life even harder, then smile for the cameras like they're our guardian. They say it's for the people, but the people ain't winning. We're just watching them profit while our lights keep dimming. They say they hear our voices, they say they understand, but I don't see them living in the world we're in. They don't speak for me, oh, they don't know how I feel. They don't speak for me, hey, they don't know what is real. They live in a world that I'll never see. So no, they don't speak for me. I'm tired of being spoken for by people who don't know what it's like to choose between your lights or your stove. I'm tired of the speeches, I'm tired of the lies. I just want somebody who sees us with their eyes. They don't speak for me.
They Don't Speak for Me by Myra Quill, who is speaking as a woman who feels that her voice and the voice of millions of other Americans are no longer being heard in Washington. She's tired of being told that one political party or the other speaks for her when she doesn't feel truly represented by either side. We are at a critical juncture. When the people we send to Washington stop listening to the citizens who elect them and start listening mainly to their big donors and political strategists, the entire system begins to break down. We were taught that our government had built-in protections to prevent corruption and abuse of power. But those protections only work when the people in power actually respect them. When those same people learn how to bend the rules, how to go around the system, and how to use it for their own benefit, then the Hall of Justice we believed in slowly begins to look more and more like the Legion of Doom. The real tragedy in all of this is that while this has been happening, the American people have been paying a very heavy price. Wages have not kept up with the cost of living. Health care has become extremely expensive. Many families are living paycheck to paycheck, barely making it. Meanwhile, the people in Washington continue to gain more wealth, more power, and more control. To drive the point home, here's Keni Noir with her powerful new song called House of Mirrors. Check this out, and I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. House of mirrors. Yeah. They smile on the screen like everything's fine, talking like they care while they're crossing the line. They promise us change, they promise us more, but every 4 years it's the same damn war. They fight on the floor like it's all for the show, while the people they serve stay stuck down below. It's getting harder to tell what is real when the truth and the lies both got the same feel. This house of mirrors got us spinning around. Can't tell what's up when everything's upside down. They say one thing, then they do something else. We're living in a house where you can't trust yourself. House of mirrors, yeah, it's hard to see when the people in charge don't look like you and me. Yeah. They talk about family, they talk about pride, then turn around and watch the middle class die. They say they feel our pain, they say they relate, but they never had to choose between gas and a plate. It's smoke and it's mirrors, it's all just a game, and we're the ones left carrying all of the blame. It's getting harder to know who to trust when the ones at the top keep switching on us. This house of mirrors got us spinning around. tired of the spin. I just want the truth, even if it's ugly again. I don't need perfection, I just need real. I just need to know how you actually feel. This house of mirrors.
That was Keni Noir with House of Mirrors. Keni is looking at how distorted things have become. How what we see on television and what actually happens behind closed doors are often two completely different realities. It feels like we're living in a house of mirrors where nothing is quite what it appears to be. This is where we are as a country right now. The question we all have to ask ourselves is this: how do we get back to a government that actually feels like it's working for the people? How do we restore trust in a system that so many Americans now view with skepticism and disappointment? These are not easy questions, but they are questions we can no longer afford to avoid. Closing out tonight's show, here's Dax Thorne with No More Illusions.
No more illusions. Yeah. I used to believe what they told me on the screen. Thought the people in charge really cared about me. Thought the system was broken but still had a heart. Thought if we kept pushing we could make a new start. But the more that I watched, the more that I saw the same hands shaking while they're breaking the law. They smile in your face while they're taking your rights, then act like they're shocked when you're ready to fight. No more illusions, I see what it is. No more illusions, I know what it is. They don't work for the people, they work for the throne. They don't care about us, they care about control. No more illusions, yeah, I'm done being blind. No more illusions, I'm seeing it clear this time. They fight on the floor like it's all just a game, while we're out here struggling and carrying the blame. They pass new laws that make life even harder, then smile for the cameras like they're our guardian. I used to stay quiet, I used to stay cool, but I'm getting too old to keep playing the fool. They act like they're different, but it's all the same cast, just different faces playing the same act. No more illusions, I see what it is. No more illusions, I know what it is. They don't work for the people, they work for the throne. They don't care about us, they care about control. No more illusions, yeah, I'm done being blind. No more illusions, I'm seeing it clear this time. I ain't saying give up, I ain't saying don't care, but I'm saying stop acting like they're playing fair. The house ain't broken, it's working just fine. It's just not working for people like mine. No more illusions, I see what it is. No more illusions, I know what it is. They don't work for the people, they work for the throne. They don't care about us, they care about control. No more illusions, I'm done playing blind. No more illusions, I'm taking back my mind. No more illusions, no more illusions.
That was Dax Thorne with No More Illusions. Thank you for spending this time with us tonight. Everything we do here is bigger than just music. We're committed to bringing you content that makes you think, that educates, and that challenges you to see the world with open eyes. Because we release our music on a schedule, we place the songs on the ISNEX.online homepage at specific times in the future. This loophole provides the opportunity to purchase a few songs early on our website that won't be available to the public until their exact scheduled release times. However, if you want to hear any of these songs before they drop, you can go to ISNEX.online right now, if they are available, and purchase them immediately. Once you buy the music, it belongs to you. You have full personal ownership, which means you're free to post it wherever you want, on your social media or anywhere else. All we ask is that you give recognition to ISNEX as the original source. Also, if you want to earn while supporting this movement, I strongly encourage you to become an affiliate. When you do, you'll receive your own special link. That's the link you should share with your audience, whether you're posting from social media or your own website. And for those who want to get more music at a better value, we're creating chapters for our 7 artists and variety packs for our artists off the street. These will come in bundles of 10. These bundles give you a much better deal than buying songs one at a time. This is all about giving you options and freedom. The music we create is different. It's wholesome, conscious, and good for the soul. It's music that every parent and grandparent can feel comfortable letting their children and grandchildren listen to. We'll be back next week with another episode of 111 at a time. Until then, stay aware, stay informed, and remember, your voice still matters.
111 at a time. 111 at a time. We started as strangers, now we're all family. Hearts connected, yeah, we did it happily. Thank you for riding, thank you for showing up. Same time next week, we're gonna fill another cup. 111 at a time. 111 at a time. We laughed, we shared, we lifted one another. This is more than just a show, this is our sister and our brother. Until we meet again, keep that spirit alive. 111 at a time, y'all made me proud tonight. 111 at a time. 111, thank you, good night.